Welcome back to the Bar Chord Masterclass. I'm Nate Savage.
And I'm Chelsea Amber.
My lovely wife. And in this video, we're going to go over another, not one of the preliminary things, but one of the preliminary things that you need to have down that are going to make playing bar chords a lot easier. And that's just to talk about the idea of chord movability. Almost everything on the guitar when you play, whether it's lead or rhythm guitar, comes back to the eight foundational chord shapes that are presented in the Guitar Foundations course on the Guitar Fam site. And you can find those chord shapes anywhere, you know, but it's really important that you know all of them and you can go right to them and that you're aware of them. So what we're going to do in this lesson is just go through those shapes and show you like the bar chord equivalents of them so you can get kind of a preview of what's going to be happening and what you're going to be learning down the road as we go through the rest of this course.
All right, so let's start going through the 8 shapes. If you don't know these, if this is all new to you, then we suggest going through the Guitar Foundations course first, just to make sure you do have that foundation. So let's get to it.
Okay, what's first?
I'm going to show a chord, and then Nate's going to show the bar chord equivalent. So here's our open E major chord.
And if you take that and just slide it up 3 frets and put your bar down, and don't worry about playing this. We're just giving you kind of a visual guide for the idea of moving these chord shapes around. That would be a G major bar chord using the E major shape. Same exact shape.
Okay, next chord is A major. So here's my A major chord.
And she's playing that with her second, third, and fourth fingers, but like I usually play that with my first, second, third, or first, second, third like this. Doesn't really matter. But the idea here is, again, to take that chord and move it up. We're going to do 3 frets. Bar goes down, and that's a C major chord using the A major shape.
The third chord is D major. So I've got my D major chord.
And this one is a little bit more, I don't want to say obscure, but you don't see as many people playing this one. And to play this, I'm just going to move my D chord up 5 frets, and then lay a bar down. And that will put me playing a G major using the D shape. Again, don't worry about playing these right now. This is just to give you a visual idea of what you're in for.
Yeah, although I see that a lot when people are playing triads, which we aren't covering in this course. But
Right, but like oftentimes, as you use these bar chord shapes and get them on your fingers, you'll start using partials of them like this for the D, or like this for the E, things like that.
Chord number 4 is C major. So here is my C major shape.
And the same thing here, you're just going to move that up 2 frets, and you have to make it with your second, third, and fourth fingers. We'll talk a lot more about that as we go along. But if I do that and then put my bar down, I'm going to be playing a D major chord using the C major shape.
Chord number 5 is G major. So here's my G major shape.
And again, getting to where you can make open chords with 2, 3, and 4, you're going to find out later is going to be super critical for bar chords. So make it with 2, 3, and 4, slide it up 2 frets, and then put your bar on the second fret since you slid it up 2 frets. And that's a G major chord shape, but we're playing an A major chord with this. And that's a nasty, nasty, nasty chord to make. So a lot of times you end up doing partial shapes, like I said, with these bar chords.
Chord number 6 brings us into the land of minor chords, and that is E minor.
And E minor, again, you have to use fingers that aren't your first finger, but what if you take that E minor chord and move it up 5 frets this time, just for kicks, and then put your index finger or your bar down on the 5th fret since you moved it up 5 frets. That's what your E minor bar chord looks like, and you can help out with your second finger, and this gives you an A minor bar chord using that E minor shape.
Yeah, and speaking of A minor, that is our next open chord. See what I did there? So to make an A minor shape, just go right here.
And again, to start making your bar chords, make your open shape with your second, third, and fourth fingers. Then this time we're going to slide it up 7 frets, believe it or not, just for an example. Then, since we slid it up 7 frets, bar goes down to the 7th fret. And now we're playing an E minor bar chord with an A minor shape. And again, don't worry about where these chords come from. We're just getting you familiar with how they look.
And chord number 8, our final chord for this lesson.
Is that all? Is that all? I feel like I'm on a chord marathon.
Yeah, okay, so it's a D minor, and here is the shape for D minor.
Cool, and this one, it's the weirdest feeling one to me as far as minor ones for sure. If you have your D minor and you make it with 2, 3, and 4, What you can do is move it up 2 frets and then put your index finger down, bar the 2nd fret since you moved it up 2 frets, and you end up with an E minor chord using the D minor shape. All right, normally this would be where we go through a little practice session with you, but this is more conceptual. I just need you to realize that all of the 8 fundamental open chord shapes are movable with a bar. That's all you have to really think about. Here are your actual assignments for this lesson.
So number 1 is to make sure you know all of the 8 basic chords that we've just presented, and make sure that you can go straight to them. So if someone says, oh, play an E, then you can go straight to it and you're not like,
E, one finger at a time.
Yeah.
Right. You need to get it to where you can put them all on at once.
And number 2 is just to keep putting in time, getting that bar on its own. Make sure you've mastered that part.
Right, and you can pull up the last video that we went through and go through like the last 3 to 5 minutes of that video and the little practice session we did, moving the chord up and down the bar up and down the fretboard. All right, that's it for this lesson. You got off kind of easy this time, but there's a lot more hard work coming your way very soon. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave a comment below, or you can email us, support@guitarfam.com.
And if you haven't created your complimentary account at guitarfam.com, then make sure you do that. And you can also go there to invest in the full course. As we said, this first module is complimentary. We're giving it as a gift to you. And if you would like to continue that education, then yeah, make sure you sign up.
We'll see you in the next lesson where we'll take things to the next level.